Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for the 11th war of season 31, which is essentially the last one for me. But there is one more war after this, but I only had 2 fights. Didn't really do anything, so it's really not even worth showing you. But this last one is where it's at. This is my favorite war of this season. We don't bring Kitty Pride. She's been crushing it this pretty much this whole season, except for that one fight on Ma. It wasn't her fault, it was my fault. That fight was, I don't even want to think about it. This is the war right after that. So I really just want to kick some ass, you know? Got Spidey and CGR, so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. And I'm also assigned the boss this war. So it's like, if I can just crush this war, you know, and kind of redeem that death. That's the hope. And so it's an interesting boss too. It's a green goblin who I've never fought before. So up first here, we have a Dragon Man on path number 1. I'm just going to be taking this one singular fight right now. There is another fight after this, but I'm not taking it. TJ is. So I'm just going to boost up a little bit. Nothing crazy. 10% attack and health, 15% health, and a regen boost. And that's it. Just some really light boosts. This has Vigorous Assault and Arc Overload. So whenever Dragon Man has that regeneration, he's going to go unblockable, or regen and armor. And he gets that from Arc Overload. So he starts to fight unblockable here. But, however, we have the synergy with Anti-Venom. So you see we start with Wither. This is my first time actually ever using the synergy. It's pretty cool to be using it in war. But yeah, I felt really confident about this first fight, especially having that Wither. Just pretty much not having to worry about his power gain at all. And I can also get my Ruptures up a lot faster. Can also just block his special ones here. And that's just free willpower healing. The regen boost really was not needed here. I just had a bunch of overflow. So, just kind of threw them on. But yeah, we get the Wither back up. I'm gonna go ahead and again, I like to really just hit into the block when I have that Wither active, just because it's guaranteed ruptures, and it's just a really safe and solid way to play. So yeah, get back to a full 100% yellow bar, and then we kill Dragon Man. 1 minute fight, textbook. That's as clean as it gets. Perfect. And that's all I had to do, is just one fight. So that's why I light boosted. You know, the season is at a very critical point right now. I think we're in platinum at this point, and so we really need to win these last 2 wars, which so this war, and we lost last war, so this war is really important. So obviously, like, you know, light boosting might seem like a bad idea, but like, I was extremely confident in that fight. I say that because after the season was over, someone was kind of getting in trouble for light boosting kind of at the end of towards the end of the season. But yeah, so now we move to section 2, and we have a Man-Thing. So again, really confident with this matchup. Spidey99 is so good for Man-Thing just because he can't get buffed, so he can't get poisoned, which is, you know, why Man-Thing is so annoying. And again, we start with that Wither, so we get a lot of ruptures going early on. And yeah, hitting this clown with intercepts. Also getting the occasional dexterity, because when I dex, I pause my debuffs, which is really going to come into play later on in the war on one specific fight. But as you can see, we're chilling right now at 100%. This fight is going like so perfect. Again, just hitting into his block, applying those ruptures. It's just like a really safe and easy way to play fights with Spidey, and I absolutely love it. So you see, I just keep dexing. That keeps refreshing all of my debuffs. So it's perfect. It's such a perfect combination. Push him over bar of power, a bunch of the ruptures expire. Go for special 1. He doesn't quite die, but I think the ruptures should finish the job here. Yeah, there we go. He drops, and again, we come out of there 99% health. Feeling really good after that fight. So I was originally assigned, again, Spider-Man for this Human Torch. And I was like, yo, Taters, like, this fight would be way quicker and easier with CGR. And he's like, you know, CGR causes his energy attacks, so, you know, he would get Nova Flame against Torch. I'm like, nah, dude, he's incinerated me. It can't happen. The only way for an incinerated immune champion fighting Torch to get Nova Flame is either use the pre-fight, which can't happen on defense, or if Torch gets a special 3 off. Other than those 2 scenarios, there's no possible way for me to get Nova Flame, so it's not a worry at all. So drop this special 2, boom, you can see it does massive damage. We're gonna dex, throw another special 2. He's dead. Like, fight doesn't get cleaner or easier than that. That was a joke. It was really a joke. The fight went perfectly. And then next up here we have a Mojo. So this Mojo is pretty annoying. I've died to this Mojo before with first time I fought it with Ghost. But Spidey, man, he is built for this fight. So it's got feats of indestructible and kinetic transference, but the Wither debuff prevents kinetic transference, which is really, really cool. And again, we start the fight with that Wither debuff active. So you see he hit my block there, I parried, and he didn't get any power. Watch his power bar when he hits into my block. It's just, he doesn't get power from that kinetic transference. Also dexing to pause my debuffs, and hitting the block right there. We messed up, we took some damage, but it's okay. It's fine, you know, gotta get to our special 2. So you can see right there, boom, we take all that block damage, and his special 1, he's not getting to it. He's just sitting at 0 power. He's actually losing power, I think, when he hits into my block. And now we have 2 withers up. So yeah, you can see he hits into my block, he loses his power, which is it's pretty nifty, man. It's pretty nifty. So I'm just gonna wait out that indestructible time when we push him to special 2. Or when I get pushed to special 2, he gets the indestructible. Trying to bait this special 1 here. Boom, you can see he's draining his own power. Drop the special 2, get another wither up. There we go. And this fight is just going pretty well. Gets to the special 1. Doesn't quite kill, but I mean, the fight's essentially over. Dex parry. That's lights out. So yeah, just Spidey99 is such a good counter to Mojo, and this fight specifically. So yeah, that's our fight so far. We're doing a great job. Now we just have the final boss left and a mini boss left. So up first here we have a Mangog, and I've done this fight before, but it's kind of been a while. So jumping into this fight, this is kind of sketchy. This is the best spot for Mangog to go, and it can be scary. So last time I did this fight, I came out of there with like 50% health or something like that. I definitely took some damage. It has aspect of evolution, improved power gain. So jumping in, I'm going to go for a bit of a different strategy this time. And if you've ever seen someone fight this Mangog with Spidey, I've never seen anyone fight it like this. My approach is just going to be very slow and steady. Again, like I said, whenever we dex, we pause the duration on those debuffs, and blocked hits are our best friend because they 100% chance to apply ruptures when we have that wither. So aspect of evolution also, what that does, every time he gets a bar of power, he gets big increase to like pretty much all his stats. It's not good. So, you know, I don't even really want to give him power. So I'm just going to play nice and slow, pretty much only hit into his block and keep dexing. And just keep dexing to keep our debuffs paused. Just really, really slow and steady. And I feel like this is the, I don't know if I want to say the best way to play the fight, because it makes it more drawn out, and usually, you know, if a fight's more drawn out, there's more opportunity to make mistakes, mess up, and die. However, I think this approach is just really, really safe. So there, get off the special 2, and we had 20 ruptures up, does some great damage. He's only thrown, I think, 2 special 1s at this point in the fight. We're already over a minute in, and I'm still doing really good on health. We're just taking it nice and slow. Like, it is a drawn out fight, but this playstyle feels very safe for me. As long as you're confident in being able to get those blocked combos off, you really should have no problem doing this. And it's safe, man. It's safe, like I said, slow and steady, man. It's like the tortoise versus the hare in a race. Just slow and steady, man. Gets you to the finish line. And as long as you don't die, I mean, that's all that matters. It's fine if you want to do this fight, you know, quicker. It's fine. I've done it that way. I just wanted to try this way, and just after trying, you know, both methods, I do prefer this way. So here he goes into his hatred. We're just gonna chill. He's got that unstoppable. If I throw a special, they'll get rid of it, but I just time it out. We also got a stagger on us from parrying, which is good. That's just free willpower healing, so we'll take that. Keeping into his block, keep getting those ruptures up, and Mangog goes down. It only took me 18 actual hits. Of course, that's deceiving because we did so many blocked hits, but look how much health we came out of that fight with. Just I love Spidey99 so much. Very clean war with him so far. And now we just have one final fight here, CGR. So my indestructible boost has like 25 seconds left on it, but I'm not gonna rush. I'm just gonna pop a new one. I'm gonna go ahead and put on half suicides. I was thinking, like, you know, Spidey, I definitely don't want suicides, but this final boss with CGR, you know, I kind of do want suicides. But at the same time, if I'm gonna be super heavily boosted, you know, I'll also be losing a lot of health. Because CGR is not immune to poison and bleed, but he is immune to bleed. So I figured Let me just throw in half suicide. So I went with just half, just the bleed ones. So, I was kind of thrown for a loop. Like, Green Goblin, that's not who I was expecting to see as a boss, let alone having to fight it with CGR. So when I got assigned, I was thinking, like, I didn't even really realize why Green Goblin was the boss until I got into the fight, and then it clicked. High ground. Duh, of course. I mean, it's not that, it's not even that, I'm just kind of dumb sometimes. But once I got into the fight, I realized, oh, see, because you see that special one, if he has a lot of high ground charges, that's going to be a lot of damage adding up into the block. So my initial plan is just to do as many combos as I can. Every 10 hits on the combo meter will get rid of one of his high ground charges. So I'm at 20 combo, I've gotten rid of 2 of those high ground charges. Right here he has one, you see, that's a lot of damage in the block. Each one of those hits was 750 damage. However, I'm playing pretty well. My intercepts are definitely on point right now. Let me go ahead and bait out another one of these specials. And so you saw I dex at the very start of the fight. That was on purpose. This is my cycle for boss fights with CGR, even though it's kind of been a while. But yeah, to get dex out of the way doesn't matter. Then get to the special 3, build it up. We're going to have a nice Fury. And then we want to get to the special 2 without dexing to get off some big damage. So again, hit a really clean intercept here. Boom, get a light intercept. I kind of thought I didn't get it there. I blocked for a second. But yeah, beta heavy out here without dexing, which is perfect. Get our power gain. Now I'm looking to bait another heavy, again without dexing. There we go. We're hitting some big combos. Drop a massive special 2. Does so much damage. Gives us some power back. And then, yeah, drop a special 1. And that's lights out for Green Goblin, man. Just 69 hits, too. It's just a perfect fight with CGR, man. Doesn't get any better than that. I love ending the fights with a special 1, too. It looks... So I don't really like the special 1, using it, but in most fights. But when you get it off and to finish a fight with the unblockable, it's just the guns. It feels so good. And yeah, that was basically the last war of the season for me. Real war. I said only 2 fights in the last one, and yeah, this one definitely felt good. I feel like I redeemed my death after last war with a pretty good performance here. So it definitely made me feel a lot better and a bit more redeemed. And we also did end up winning this war, which felt fantastic. We had 7 deaths, and they had 11, 7-11. So yeah, that is pretty much going to do it for the season, guys. Now we can take a quick look at my final stats. It's a little cut off here, but we came in 4th place in BG3. We had 2 boss fights for the season, both solos, which is good. We only had 1 death, which was to a fight that I wasn't even assigned. So on assigned fights for the season, we didn't die. But still got a death somehow, which is just so frustrating and annoying. Didn't get the perfect season. Very close, though. Still a pretty decent season overall, and I'm confident in next season. Feel like we can make some big things happen. Hopefully next season we get a lot more fights. The fight volume this season was pretty low, so my power rating was only 63, which is quite low. Usually I have like at least 80 plus, sometimes, over 100. But it's all good. Maybe next season will be a big one. Now that my roster's gotten pretty sizable, I feel like I can take a lot of fights and a lot of wars. But we'll see. BG3 is undergoing some big changes. Taters is leaving, which really sucks. So I don't know how war's going to be next season. We'll have to play it by year. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for season 31. Hope you guys enjoyed. It was a pretty fun season. Lots of ups and downs. Biggest down was that Maw. Probably the biggest up was the Green Goblin. So good end to it. And yeah, the Alliance War season rewards should be coming out tomorrow. So yeah, and like I said, I kind of teased already that I get a pretty good pull. I get a new champion that I'm really excited about. So you guys should definitely look out for that opening. That's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Subscribe to see season 32 of Alliance War on the channel.